Hey guys, I'm Charlie. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Have you just been for a run or a cycle or done a workout, or you just want to focus on stretching out your lower body? You found the right class. This is the one for you. We're going to go through 5 different lower body stretches, holding each one for 30 seconds to a minute each. We will focus on the hamstrings, the calves, quads, inner thighs and the glutes. So if you've just done something with your legs, running, cycling, workout, these are the best stretches. I do them every time I do one of those kind of exercises. So you'll need a strap for class. Yoga strap is great. You could also use a long resistance band or a scarf, a belt, a tie, or even a jumper, the sleeves of a jumper, okay? So let's begin. Start by coming to lay on your back. Let your knees bend, feet flat on the floor, and then allow for a flattening, a grounding of the lower back. And just take your hands to your belly for a few rounds of breath. Just to help calm the nervous system, calm the heart rate if you've just done some aerobic activity. Take a nice deep belly breath in. And a full belly breath out. Inhale, fill your belly, let it press into your palms. And exhale, empty out. Okay, so beginning with our first stretch, stretching the back of the leg. You're going to take your strap and loop it around the ball of your foot. So notice I'm not in the arch, I'm up just below my toes. And then just straighten the leg at a diagonal, so the stretch feels quite easy. You don't feel too much initially. Draw the toes back towards the face, engage this front quad muscle, and then ease the leg in closer towards your face. Maybe you can get the heel above the hip so the leg is vertical, but make sure the leg stays straight. Avoid, like as the leg comes in, then bending it to get it further, because then you're just contracting the back of the leg. Okay, I want you to keep the leg nice and straight. Arms extend up the strap, looking up at your big toe. Just breathe nice and fully here. Belly relaxed for the whole of this class. It's a more just relaxing, stretchy class, so we don't need to worry about our Uddiyana Bandha or abdominal lock, those of you that have a regular yoga practice. Can just relax that. Nice big belly breath in to help calm the nervous system. And each exhale, just letting your back body relax a little more deeply to the ground. Good. Keep lifting the heel up, toes drawing down to your face. So this is just a taster of this class. In an ideal world, you're going to hold these stretches for a lot longer, okay? So when you remember these stretches and you can do them on your own, definitely hold them for, a couple of minutes each stretch if you can. We're going to straighten out the left leg and then just hold both sides of the strap in the right hand. Left arm, stretch it out to the left. And then just a little turn of the toes out to the right, so the heel turns into the middle. As you breathe out, lower the leg down towards the floor. Okay, now you might just kind of get about here and feel like, wow, that's a big stretch. Just take a few breaths there, maybe hold the strap a little looser. And then with your exhale, see if you can lower the leg down a little bit further with each breath out. As you use the breath to relax the body will be able to go further into the stretches. And just taking the leg as far out to the side, but making sure the foot is not resting on the ground. We want the leg to be hovering off the ground, so there's a bit of muscle engagement there as well. And then just let the lower back be heavy to the ground. And just take 3 more breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. again, breathe in, fill up your belly, your ribs, your chest. Exhale, just engage your belly a little bit for this transition. And then inhale, bring the leg back up to center. Switch your hand that's on the strap. So left hand's going to hold the strap. Right arm's going to reach out to the right. And then slowly lower the leg over to the left. Now again, it might be like you move a little bit and then you're like, wow, that's intense, I can't go any further. Just take a few breaths there, maybe hold the strap a little looser, and then see if you can lower the leg closer to the ground. So you notice that I'm actually rolling to the side of my left leg. Okay, so my whole lower back is actually lifted away from the ground. Again, you know, if you need to hold the leg much lower down over time, you're pulling the leg higher and higher towards your head. And then you can turn your head so you're looking at your right arm. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale here, zip in your belly for the transition, and then inhale, bring the leg back up to center, bend up your left knee, remove the strap, bend the right knee, and then just hook the right ankle across the left thigh. I like to make sure my ankle bone is just a little bit past the thigh, otherwise it hurts when I push them into each other. Okay, so I want the back of the head and the shoulders to stay on the ground. So that may mean that you leave your left foot on the floor. But the action is the shin pushing into that left thigh and your right leg externally rotating, so away from the midline, and the knee pushing forwards towards the top of the yoga mat. If you can keep your head and shoulders on the floor, you could lift your left leg and hold the left thigh. I know for some of you it might end up looking a bit like this because the hip's tight and it can't get in very close. If that's the case for you, you could use a strap around the left leg to help you. Or, as I said, you can just leave the left leg on the floor and hang out like this. Just making sure that right foot's flexed, pointing towards the knee. So getting a nice big outer hip, glute stretch, maybe a bit on your inner thigh, maybe a little bit on your hamstring. Just breathe as big as you can. The longer you breathe, the calmer you're going to allow yourself to be. And the calmer we are, the more our body will release and relax into this shape. So you can hold these poses for a lot longer than what I am doing in this class. And I might probably do a yin class at some point where we hold the poses for about 5 minutes each. So feel free to, in your own time, come back and hold these poses for a little bit longer. Just make sure you're breathing and you're relaxing. We're going to switch and do that same sequence on the other leg, okay? So just release both your feet to the floor and then straighten them out for a second and just observe how that right side feels. Like my leg feels floppier, more turned out, more relaxed. Oh, my lower back actually feels a little bit longer. There's more heat in that side of the body. Oh, it feels great. How does it feel for you? Check it out. Okay, go for the other side, and then we'll come up after this and do a quad stretch. So, stepping the left foot into the strap. And again, you can start at that diagonal so the strap stretch feels easy. And then keeping the leg straight, pulling the leg in. And notice how my elbows bend a lot because my leg comes in quite far. Once my leg is in at its furthest point, I would then walk my hands higher up the strap. Toes to face, heel lengthening to sky. This front quad muscle, engage it to help lengthen the back of the leg. Engaging that muscle is going to help you bring the leg in closer. Drishti is up at your big toe. Lower back is grounded, is heavy. Just nice soft belly. For now, we're not doing any energetic asanas, so we don't need to engage our Uddiyana Bandha. Just keep it nice and soft, more calming for the nervous system. Okay, so perhaps holding the strap a little looser as you then extend the right leg out on the yoga mat. And actively press that right leg down and turn the toes to the face. Both sides of the strap in the left hand. Extend the right arm out to the right and then just turn the toes out so the heel turns into the midline. And then breathing out, open the leg. Once the exhale's finished, even if you're just halfway down, hold the position, take a breath in. And then see if you can go a little lower with your next exhale. Okay, so each exhale you take is an opportunity to drop a little bit more in the pose. And if it takes you longer to get the leg lower, it's absolutely fine. Just work with your body, your body's ability. Don't try and force anything. You should be able to be relaxed. Like if you're kind of shaking in these positions or your breath is really ragged and fast, I would back off the stretch, because then your nervous system is going to be all fired up and your body's not going to relax as much as it would do if you're in this more relaxed state. So I'd rather you were like up here, nice and calm breathing, than down here, but like, that's super excited breathing, okay? And take one more breath in, one more breath out. Use your belly muscles. Inhale, the leg comes back up to center. And then we'll switch hands. So the right hand's holding the strap, left arm extended. So make sure you flex the foot. And yeah, you might want to just hold a little bit looser to start with. Breathe in. As you breathe out, take that left leg over to the right. Notice I'm letting my whole back peel away from the ground. All my toes are turning to the right side. So I'm rolling onto the outer edge of my right foot. And perhaps turning the gaze over the left arm so you can get that release through the neck as well. If it all feels a little bit too intense, just loosen the strap and hold the leg lower. And then, as you come back to this class, you can slowly progress, taking the leg higher and higher. Okay, firm your belly for the transition. And inhale, bring the leg back to center. Bend the right knee. Remove the strap. Hook the left ankle across the right leg. Again, notice my foot's flexed. You don't want to have a pointed foot. You want it nice and flexed and active. Going to help you engage your glute, which is going to help you open through the inner thigh that little bit more. So perhaps you're leaving the right foot on the ground, that might be enough for you, or you're using your strap around your right leg so that head and shoulders stay on the ground, or you're holding with your hands. Again, as I said before, just make sure you're not doing anything like this, like you're not like really struggling to reach the leg. If you're struggling, your breath's going to shorten, you're going to be tensing your shoulders. So just use your strap instead, or place the foot on the ground. So all the while hugging the right leg in, but pushing the left foot against the right thigh and rolling the left knee away from the shoulder. There's a way I love to do this stretch with your foot against a sofa or against the wall. I'll do another class with that variation in there, but it's so good and relaxing. Okay, take one more breath in here and then release, and just for a moment stretch the legs out and enjoy your new legs. Noticing the slight difference as we've just worked the left leg, and then they'll slowly settle and start to feel quite similar, maybe longer, maybe your back feels more relaxed, This whole sequence, you know, I know I said it's great for cycling or running or any exercise, but it's also like if anyone has back pain, this beginning sequence we've just done now is the first thing I would do with them. Just really helps to lengthen out the sacrum lower back area. We're going to make our way up into our last stretch, our quad stretch now, okay? So just roll to the side and bring yourself into a tabletop position. And your hands and knees. Oh, my mat just really likes to slide all over the place. Okay, so we're in our hands and knees. And we're going to step our left foot outside our left hand. And just let the toes turn out at an angle here. Just going to give your hips a little bit more space. Okay, and then just hang out here. Now, this might be enough for some of you. You may not be able to go any further than this. To go further though, left hand on the left leg, and just turn your gaze, look at your right leg, and then you're going to bend your right knee, heel towards the bum, and catch a hold with the left hand. Okay, so if you can't reach, you can hold like this for a bit. So it requires a contraction of the hamstring to lift the leg up. If you get cramp though, just let go and wait a bit and start again till that cramp goes. Over time, you're going to be able to lift higher and higher and higher. You could also, though, use a block, if you've got one, under your right hand, under your base hand. It basically just gives you longer arms, so it's easier to catch the foot. Notice how much easier it is for me to catch my foot. My arm is bent up here than it is, you know, it takes a little bit longer, a bit more effort there, okay? Just take a few more breaths here. Okay, and we'll just switch sides from here. So release the right foot, step the left leg back, and then take your right foot outside the right hand, have that foot turned out at a 45-degree angle. And then also make sure you lengthen the left leg as far back as you can. So you don't want to be like here with the hip above the knee. You want the knee further back than the hip. Okay, so as I said, this might be enough for you just to hang out here. You're getting a stretch on the quad and the hip, even just here. If you want to take it further, take your right hand to the right leg, twist to the right, and then reach the hand to the back of the mat. Take a hold of your foot. As I said, if you get cramp, which sometimes happens, if you're not warm, I would let go and then bring it back again. Push into the left hand to get a bigger rotation. And then you're also lengthening your breastbone away from your belly button to get that stretch on the front of the left hip flexor. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, inhaling, and then as you exhale, just release the foot and the hand, take the knees back together, and then sit on your bum, cross your legs. So well done, thank you for taking that class with me. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you hit the like button and the thumbs up button, give me a like. Also subscribe to my channel and you can get my latest updates. Come back, take this class whenever you want. I really recommend those stretches for the lower body, or whether you've worked out or whether you're just tight there. Really, really good practice for the lower body. Thank you so much, see you soon.